Good to see you. Thank you for having me, and thank you to our revolution. Gosh, how it feels to be running is something else. It's definitely a different experience. I'm not an experienced politician, so this is definitely new. But I have to say, just the people on my team that helping move this campaign forward just fills my heart and makes me feel very, very proud that I have these kind of people with me and helping, and they're representative of our community too. But we're running on a campaign where we for years our council has kind of been run by people under the influence of special interest money, whether it was developers or real estate organizations. And I'm not necessarily against those things, but I think it's wrong for council members to be accepting that kind of money. To me, that's a bribe. Something's going to be expected for that money. So I'm happy to say that I've been able to turn that kind of money down at least once. I turned it down before it was offered to me. It may never come to me. But we're working to represent the people, not the special interests. And we need to tackle affordable housing. It's incredibly important. It's a huge issue right now, and homelessness is attached to that. And with COVID-19 and moratoriums on evictions that are about to come out soon, we may see a lot of people on the streets. And it's unfortunate. There are people in our council that just won't take the science of COVID-19 seriously, going to CULP rallies without masks, not social distancing just a few weeks ago, and now our COVID numbers here are exploding. So I think example of leadership really matters. So other things that are important is climate change. I have two very young children, and I want to see a good county. I want to see a good world for them to grow up in. And there are some things that we can do on the county level to address climate change. And I believe that we can move that forward with our community. So we need to keep our urban sprawl down. We need to watch our urban growth boundaries. We can go to an all-electric county, which is very important, and we need to stop expanding our fossil fuel infrastructure. It's crazy to continue to expand it when we know that we have to end it. So just preemptive, we need to stop that. And public safety is something that's very important to me. And as we've seen throughout the whole country, you know, the protests and the passion due to errors. I'd like to think of them as errors more than just being, you know, intentional on behalf of law enforcement. But Eugene, Oregon has a program called Cahoots, which I really like. And it's a crisis intervention team that can work with law enforcement. And this crisis intervention team can take up to 20% of all the calls in Eugene and Springfield, giving the police a break and saving their communities $8.5 million year after year after year, and saving so much money in other areas like ambulance services. This is something that we need to bring to our community, because it's always so much better to help people rather than to arrest them. There are alternatives to dealing with mental health crises rather than arresting people or shooting them. And we can make this better. And I think that our county can implement these things and make a better world for my children, for your children, and for all of us right now. So anyway, you can learn a little bit more about me with go to electjessejames.com. Type that into the internet, and you'll find my website. Type it into Facebook, you'll come to my Facebook page, and I hope that I can gain some more support. And I wish I could vote for every single person who just talked before me, because what an amazing group of people. Anyway, thank you.